Show you a video. Cause it's been 41 years to this date. Two Kentucky kids were shot down, gunned down. They found their bodies 3 weeks later with shotgun wounds and everything. Kentucky has seen a lot of murders, a lot of death. And I'm about to play a video showing that a lot of Native Americans believe that the land between the lakes in Kentucky is cursed. And they believe the murder of the four families was done by a dog man. There have been sightings of dog mans year round. I'm going to show you a video of it now.
Throughout the years, there has been talk of hauntings, Native American curses, mysterious lights over gravestones, and several tales of a large, wolf-like creature standing on its two legs around the land between the lakes area. Just south of the land between the lakes, in Tennessee, a man and his dog were in his living room. When his dog started to growl at something outside the door. He sees what he thinks is a large dog trying to get through the dog door. It reaches his arm through the door, trying to grab his dog. It didn't have normal paws. It had what looked like human hands. The head of this dog looked 3 times the size of a normal dog. It looked as if the dog was going to break through the dog door. He goes to get his nearest gun. As he returns, the creature is gone. There have been strange sightings of a large canine creature around the land between the lakes area over the years. A common characteristic between them all are red glowing eyes, an unusual howl, and violent attacks on animals. In the early 1980s, a family was brutally killed outside their camper near an area called the Bunkers in the LBL. The camper was torn apart and their limbs were completely separated from their body. The attacks supposedly could not be attributed to any known animal around the region. It is said that the police kept the story quiet and out of the media in order for tourists to keep coming to the LBL. There were claw marks on the back of the father's body that were made by 4 long claws and a smaller digit that looked like a thumb. A clue that was left behind was attached to the decapitated arm of the father. In between the fingers was a clump of dark brown fur. One of the police officers went inside the camper and noticed ribs along the walls. At the time, he thought they were just a result of a knife being swung violently. But at the same time, they kind of looked like claw marks. He wasn't sure exactly as to what kind of weapon could make this kind of damage. One of the children was in the camper. The other one was missing. The coroner later determined that there was no sharp object, but claws with brute force behind it. The animals that were ruled out were bears, wild cats, and wolves. Others arrived on the scene and combed through a wider radius of the area in search of the missing child. There were clothes scattered around the site. One of the officers is following tracks and stops at the base of a tree. The tracks have suddenly stopped. Above in the tree is the missing child. She had been dragged up through the tree, and it was obvious that there were bite marks on her body. Her severed hand was dangling from the tree, dripping blood on the officer. Within an hour, most of the police have left, but the officer that found the body stays behind. He searches around the campsite. Everyone was given instructions not to talk about the incident, especially to the media. The case is still unconfirmed, only kept alive by rumors, but the locals around the land between the lakes know the truth.
It goes to show you exactly how far our government will try to keep secrets from us. And to this day forward, the cop who's seen the girl's body and he came forward and faced the creature, to this day forward has been remained silent. He kept the story, kept it quiet to the day he died. And there's other people coming forward daily, giving their eyewitness accounts of what happened. They trying to say there's no records or nothing like that. But here's something different. LBL Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky is 1,300 miles from Bray Road in Pennsylvania. They say there's no way a bear can travel from Kentucky that far or through Pennsylvania. And there's a route the bear got to take. There's no way. Flint explorers and traders in the region speak of their being warned of a shallow presence of a lupigrat or swan fur traders. A later legend claims that the monster is the spirit of a shape-shifting Squanish shaman who was killed in wolf form by the inhabitants of his village for abusing his power. His spirit is said to still walk the woods in search of revenge. This story happened before the Michigan Dogman became popular. By this time, people were just calling it a werewolf sightings. But I believe, right here, and back in 1963, a family was forced to leave their home. But one resident made his way into the area. Some call it the beast of the land between the lakes and everything. There are things out there that really just don't have anything to say. And there's legends dating back before humanity. Like this right here is another case. It has still been unsolved to this day. Back in 1980, 2 girls were killed. Their bodies were found 3 weeks later. Cause of death was a gunshot. Sioux County case still cold after 33 years. To this day, it's been 41 years. Vicky Scott, 16, Wright, and Kara Antoine, 14, went missing. 3 weeks later, their bodies were found in the Lost Creek / Mint Spring area of between the lakes in Sioux County. Both had been shot with a shotgun. No one has ever been arrested or charged in the murder. In the last 7 years, the case has received a great deal more media and public security discussing they had in 33 years prior, thanks to mostly to Facebook, social media. Back in September 17, 1980, discovery of their shotgun bodies on October the 5th. Had been 3 weeks, which was cold back then up there in Kentucky and Tennessee and everything. There's a lot of weird shit going on. These are the ones we found right here. Their case has been still cold after 33 years. Nobody knows what happened. There's legends of Goat Man, all that. I do believe in Bigfoot. I do believe in Sasquatch. I do believe in Dog Man. And I do believe in radar markers and all of them. Because there's a lot of things going on to this day that people do not understand about. You go out in the woods, be surrounded your safety. You don't know what lurks behind the trees. You don't know what lurks behind the bushes. And all y'all stay safe. God bless.